And a throwdown.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Easy path to the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. And throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
It's good, and 1.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and 1. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Across the timeline comes James. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Curling inside. Not that time. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
LeBron into the front court. They trail by 7. Can't connect from inside.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Irving. Here comes the screen. Irving. And the rebound comes down to Ball. Shot from the lane won't go. Boston with the basketball. And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Screen coming. Kuzma to Ball. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
To Hayward.
Double team. Here we go.
To Horford. And the basket good at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Ball. And stuffs it home.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Horford. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Jason Tatum. Huge block. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. Kuzma. Al Horford tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
The official's ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Ball. Shot from in close, no good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. LeBron with it up top. He'll run the offense. Baseline drive. And he'll go to the foul line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip.
Shot, bro. I'm there.
To Hayward. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ball brings the rock up court. Jason Tatum with a piece. Couldn't keep it in. Off Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Stepping in for LA, number 7, JaVale McGee.
Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Coming right back to you. I got him. I got ball.
To Jaylen Brown.
You got him. Here we go.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Fine to shoot, trying to cash in. Gets a look, can't hit.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Cashes in for 2.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To Ball, knocked loose. That one's going to be out of bounds. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Brandon Ingram. Entering the game for the Boston
Down for McGee. McGee powers it through. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
To Marcus Morris. Fires the three. Smothering D. To Ball. Lonzo Ball. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Morris. And that's a backcourt violation. To Kyle Kuzma. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
JaVale McGee. A couple of free throws on the way. History not on his side. 58% from the line. First try at the line, no good. Missed the second as well. Ball's controlled by Boston.
Here we go.
Nice finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
James into the front court. Down 11. Nothing going here on that drive. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Celtics have it. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Aaron Baines. LeBron into the front court. 9-point margin. Kuzma, terrific vision. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Across the timeline comes James. His team down 9. Screen coming. It's James. Rebound taken by Baines. To Marcus Morris. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Look, the reality is some players have it and some players don't. There's a reason why they call him the one.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. LeBron James sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Number 42, Al Horford.
Here we go. Double team.
And the finish at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
The drive, right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
To Marcus Morris. Good. Off a spin.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
To Ball. Al Horford able to recover with the block. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
LBJ. Al Horford swats it. Fourth this contest. Flushes it home. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Knocks it down from mid-range. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Celtics way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Rondo with the basketball. His guys down big. Screen coming. Caldwell Pope goes to the right side.
Let's do it.
Into the game for the Lakers. Number 2, Lonzo Ball. Into the game.
Short jumper stays out.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
To Irving. Here's a chance from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
They got him in the first round to do exactly that. Make tough shots and help them win games.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Boston with the basketball. To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. There it is. Al Horford. He's now 5 for 6.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Ball with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Oh, he can't connect. Lonzo Ball with the rock. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Lonzo with it. His guys down big to Caldwell Pope. Ball. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
You've been in the gym, huh?
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. Caldwell Pope to Ball. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Lonzo Ball has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. Celtics have it.
Match up, match up, match up.
To Irving. Takes stock of the floor. Irving.
Don't let him split, don't let him split. They can top on him. They can top on him.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Double, 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 double. Cut it, cut it, cut it.
To Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's 2 for 2 now.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
To Ball. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
D up, baby. I got ball, I got ball. I got something for him.
To Horford.
2 minutes left in the second.
Able to convert inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Knocked loose. Hayward. To Horford. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Al Horford at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
To Horford. Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Al Horford with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Lakers at the controls right now. Knocked loose. Not that time.
Oh, no, he can't guard you out there.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
Everybody pick up, everybody pick up. D up.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Celtics dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Lakers did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Lakers struggled to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of this situation.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to
First half. Very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Lakers ball to Kyle Kuzma. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Ball with the basketball. Down a bundle to Kyle Kuzma. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Horford. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope. James to Kyle Kuzma. Has a chance. Caldwell Pope off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Kyrie Irving. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Lonzo Ball at the line for 2 shots. He's struggled so far. Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second one as well.
Hey, match up. Yeah, I got him. Here we go.
To Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. And Kyrie Irving, odds are he hits that 9 times out of 10. Wide open 3 is good.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
James to Ball. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Trap.
And counted at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Lonzo controls the offense. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. To Hayward from long range. And it's Chandler with the rebound. Ball into the front court. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Looking to push. Irving. And the Lakers clear. LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And finishes strong. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Ball with it up top. He'll run the offense. LeBron James. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Marcus Morris. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both.
That boy got jumper. I got him,
To Kyle Kuzma. Here comes the screen.
Screen comes.
Chance here for LeBron. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Let him out.
To Horford.
Mouse in the house.
Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
LeBron James. And he drains it.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Ball's controlled by Boston.
I got him.
Tyson Chandler pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball. Especially in the draft room, you have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
For 3, trying to hit 50, but it's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jump.
Cruises inside for 2.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Josh Hart. Driving right to the basket.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. James. From the painted area, won't go down.
My ball.
To Irving. Lets it fly from long range. You know Kyrie. Zero hesitation. Buries it for 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's James controlling the offense. Here comes the screen. Baines rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Los Angeles Lakers, number 7, JaVale McGee. Subbing in for the Celtics, number 42, Al Horford.
James to Josh Hart. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit, easy layup.
James. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
I got ball. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Got him. Be up, baby. Be up.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Hart, down for McGee. To Josh Hart. Shot from the lane, won't go. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I know I've seen this many times in various